There's something else that I remember regarding the churches here in New York City. Both the ones that was in Brooklyn and Manhattan. Now, the one in Brooklyn, the guy that was in masonry, that's now the representative of this federation of, a whole bunch of churches he represents. Um, well, I remember now his church gave out this. You ever go to the supermarket and you get membership or something? If you get you get like discounts. They give you like a little plastic thing that you can attach to your keys, your car keys or something that you keep on your person. And you also get the one the shape of a credit card, that shape. Okay. They gave you the one that you can attach to your car keys or something, and you bring this with you. And they something about them scanning it in this machine when you come into the church. I never heard of something like this before. It's just weird, and I physically never used it. And then remember I mentioned about the last church that I went to in Manhattan, and that they try to downplay membership. Oh, there's no real membership here. And then it's the most extensive membership procedure. With that one, okay, they take a digital photograph of you, but they share those pictures. It gets in the database because they ask you about all your prior memberships or churches you visited. They share the information, I believe, with the other churches out there in New York City, or the tri-state area of New York City. Okay, again, this last church, I'm sorry, I get confused from the last church and the other church, but it's a network. And I remember some of the people, like this one person on YouTube mentioned the last church I went to in Manhattan, and how they were being targeted. They had stood near the church, the entrance, and he was sharing his experiences, and then they falsely got the police on him, and he wasn't doing anything illegal, but they still sent the police on him. But when I was still a member and attending that church, I remember across the street there were some people who, this individual who was complaining about they had a bad experience with the church, and I forget the details. It was a man, and that they were corrupt. And I thought, wow, that's something. And I respect this minister, but it's the institution. It just seems just something didn't sit right with me regarding it. And there was this other lady that was in the ministry that I was in. She's also military, and she had a bad experience in the military. Something happened to her, and this was part of her ministry. She would go and talk to the military people or veterans. And she had to have a security person on with her, and the guy, he seemed, outwardly a nice guy. He was wearing a nice business suit, but he had the Mason pin on him, right in the open. It was the Masonic sign thing, with the ruler and the square edge. He had that on his, suit, the collar, the part where they put it on. Yeah, and he would follow her, be her bodyguard for protection. I think this is really weird. Do you know what I mean? This person's still not free. She thinks she's being protected. She trusts this guy. And she told me about it. So, yeah, I have to work with the security now and have him, this is a friend of mine, and blah, blah, blah. And I just listened. I never said anything. Just listen. But I wouldn't trust him because he would turn her in, because his allegiance is to that organization. You know, you have your pin, your masonry pin, that so everybody knows that you're a Mason, you know. So I hope, you know, for her protection there. But I'm just sharing this with you because, you know, I was taught to think that churches are goodly people in a goodly institution. No, it is an organization to control you and to follow you. And you go to a different church, they follow you. They ask, hey, where did you go? Where did you go? And they ask questions behind your back. That's what I think what's going on. And now they're getting more clever and digitalizing the information so they can share with the other churches. And again, I saw him on over YouTube, this minister who is he moved up the ladder and now he's representing the body of churches here. And it's really something. So yes, each one teach one, and to protect you and your family. Okay? Bye-bye.